Chelsea 1, Brighton 3. Took me a while to record this video because I'm always devastated anytime Chelsea loses. Enzo Fernandez on the score sheet, and from there we felt a goal or two more we would have got all 3 points in the bag, but unfortunately unfortunate events unfolded. Chalobah picked up a red, and from there henceforth it was a nightmare. Changes start flying in. Same thing that happened the last weekend against United, and happened again. The changes started flying in, and it turned out to be a very terrible game for Chelsea. See, the club. Let's start with this. Let's have that hard conversation. I think the Club World Cup, yeah, it was a good thing, a great thing, fantastic to win the first Club World Cup, the new Club World Cup. But at what cost? At what cost? I think after we won the Club World Cup, we felt we were there. We have arrived as a club, and we could compete at the highest level. We could compete against the big guys to win the league, but it hasn't turned out to be so. We failed to fix the most important part of this Chelsea team, the defense, and we're suffering right now. And I've heard some persons say Enzo Maresca actually requested for top defenders to be signed, and the board should make some key signings in the defense, and the board failed. Man, this defense, is this the defense we want to win the league with? I'll just put that a list of the Chelsea defense on the screen right now. Is this the defense we want to win the league with? Heto, Achepong, Badiashile, Chalobah, Malo Gusto. Is it the defense we want to win the league with? Is it the defense we want to compete against Europe elites in the Champions League? Is this the defense? Nah, we can't compete with this. We just have to find a way to manage this team till the January transfer window comes up. And I don't want to be too hard on Enzo Maresca, even though he has got his lapses. This team keeps making schoolboy mistakes. We've complained about this all through last season, and up till this new season, they're making schoolboy mistakes. The last weekend, Chalobah was involved in that penalty. He couldn't get his head to the ball. That was why the ball went towards the goal, and it was a one-on-one with Sanchez, and Sanchez committed that foul. And today again, Chalobah. Santos actually has most of the blame, because he didn't control the ball properly, and his pass to Chalobah was a very terrible bad pass, and Chalobah was there. He just clammed into the player, and it was a clear red card, no doubt. Man, this team keeps making schoolboy mistakes. They're not there yet. To be honest, they're not there yet. Let's go back to Maresca. Enzo Maresca. Even though your team is one man down, you can still manage the game. We've seen teams manage games a man down, even come back to win. Against United in the last game, we should have won that game. He panicked and he was all over the place, made lots of subs, and before you know it, United were a man down. We could have been balanced and would have won this game, but he made subs, took out Neto, took out Estavo, and isolated Pedro in front, and our attack was toothless. He made the same mistake against Brighton again. He was so quick, took out Estavo, took out Neto, isolated your Pedro up front, brought in defenders, and we couldn't compete against Brighton anymore. We've got a player up in defense, Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto on his day is good defensive wise, but go up front, he's terrible. There was this ball which he had lots of space. It was a counter attack. He had lots of space going forward, and all of a sudden this guy turned back. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you turning back? Reece James in that sort of space would attack and either get a shot or drop a pass for an assist. I will clearly get a goal. But Malo Gusto, toothless going forward. The board has has to be blamed, Maresca and these guys. But at the end of the day, Maresca will take most of the blame, to be honest. Because after the Club World Cup, we should be we should be fixing our defense. We all knew this. The defense has been a big issue for us, and now we're getting youngsters up front, signing play up front, making signings, youngsters, bringing youngsters up front. Gittins, Garnacho, we have Estavo now. Are we trusting on Maresca to develop these guys, to improve them, to improve Garnacho? Are we trusting on Maresca to do all that? Because I'm trying to find it very difficult to back Maresca to develop these guys, because every day he keeps showing me that he's still a schoolboy coach. He doesn't have a plan B or a plan C. See, as a top manager, you need to have a plan B and a plan C. You need to invent ways to counter opponents. Even if you're a man down, you can still manage. You were leading, for God's sake. You were leading. You could still manage and get that win. If worse turns to worse, you get the draw and walk out. Unfortunate events happen, red cards happen in football, but how you manage this situation shows that you're a top manager. But with how Maresca has managed this game, the Brighton game and the United game, shows that he's nowhere near. He's not there yet. At least he's not there yet. He doesn't have a plan B nor a plan C, and he needs to do better. The next game against Benfica, I think, will be the last straw for me, and I'll be all out calling for his sack. Yes, I'm saying it. I'll be all out calling for his sack. He has the right crop of players. Yes, we're not there yet defensively. We need some improvement defensively, but we should be matching up. We shouldn't be losing against teams like United and Brighton. Yeah, Brighton a decent side. They can beat City, beat anyone on a good day, but we have the team to match up. We need to show some fight. We should be ending this game as a draw at least. But Maresca has shown us that he can't do that. In a couple of months, in January, we need to go back into the transfer market, get some key signings to the defense. Because if you look at this defense, we can't trust this defense. They keep making mistakes every week. Week in, week out, they keep making mistakes. We can't back this defense. We can't trust them to give us trophies this new season. So the only thing we can do now is to get into the transfer market, sign proper defense, and Maresca needs to improve. He needs to improve, and he needs to improve these youngsters going forward, or we're going to continue suffering this season. I don't want to get to the point where I would say I miss Pochettino. I don't want to miss Pochettino. Please, Maresca, improve so that I can back you with my full chest. You gave us a Club World Cup, you gave us a Conference League, you gave us something to believe in, you gave us something to hold on to, something to brag about. Build on this, improve this squad. You haven't done so. Man, terrible defeat. And we're so lucky that some of the other teams lost. We saw United they shit, they lost. Liverpool dropped points. First L of the season, and most of the teams below us dropped points, so it didn't really affect our position on the table. Stay in the top 10, and hopefully in our next games we'll get points. If we don't get points in the next games, we're going to join United down the ladder, and I don't want to see Chelsea down there. We need to fix these teams, starting from the Champions League against Benfica this week. We need to beat Mourinho. I don't know how he won't do it, but we need to beat Mourinho's Benfica this weekend, so we can start our winning run as fast as possible. Other teams have dropped points. We're still in a good position. We can still compete for the league. Maresca, see, if now book go carry read, if now videos go watch, improve yourself, improve this team. We've got some world-class players up there in attack. In midfield, we got Caicedo. Enzo is decent. Forget the fact that some useless Chelsea fans always criticize Enzo. He's decent for me. And in attack, we got the right attack. Injuries happen, but your ability to manage the team will show that you're a top coach. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like and of course subscribe. Help us reach 20,000 subscribers. We're on 18,000 subscribers right now because of you guys. So guys, keep supporting us. And of course, I remain Yimsy. See you in the next video. Cheers.